vision for 2020 is college debt. College debt plagues thousands of students, adding up to over $1.5 trillion worth.
One measure of the price tag, America's student loan debt, is greater than car loan debt and credit card debt. College has become wildly expensive for most families, and yet college is one instance, maybe the only one, when banks will consider a teenager with no credit history, no guaranteed income, and a loan that can run into the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
It's obvious that this is a problem that needs to be addressed in the 2020 election.
Student loan debt have reached record levels, record delinquency rates. 7 million Americans, as we read, are more than 3 months behind. 7 million Americans, 3 months behind on their car payment, highest level in 19 years, worse than during the Great Recession. 40% of Americans don't have enough savings to cover a $400 emergency expense. Instead, CFPB is siding with the rest of this administration that looks like an executive retreat for Wall Street.
Baby boomers have put their trust in us to build America once they're gone, but that cannot be done when we can't even seem to pay for college. On average, a student can expect to pay over $30,000 in student loan debt.
More people are going to college than have in the past, so there's more borrowers taking on loans. Another thing is that the loans are getting bigger, the cost of college is higher, and so, obviously that makes the outstanding debt go up. And then another thing is that people just take a long time to pay it off. So, we're not sort of getting those loans off the books maybe as quickly as we'd like.
Many people can't handle paying off the debt, and it continues to live with them for the rest of their lives.
The third time I enrolled in college part-time and worked several part-time jobs. It was slow, but it was the only way I could afford school. Many people think community college is already free, but Journey and I know that's not true. Our bills got so tight we ran out of money for food, and this wasn't about ramen. We lacked enough money to eat regularly. Then we were evicted. I thought this was my fault. But then I realized that 50% of college students are also dealing with food and housing.
We have interviewed 3 people to share how college affects them today and how students should handle college debt.
How has college debt affected you?
Personally, it has not. I went to college in 1986, and at Southern Illinois University, tuition, room and board was less than $14,000 a year. I applied for FAFSA and got it, and my parents paid for the rest by remortgaging their house. College debt is at $1.45 trillion. A lot of people my age and older say, well, kids should just pay their student debt. The problem is that the cost of college has bypassed the cost of inflation by so much money that students just can't keep up. So you take out a loan, all 4 years, $100,000. You will be paying for that for 20 years with $700 a month for 20 years. $100,000 of that goes back to the, to pay off the loan. You're paying $71,000 in interest. So you're almost paying twice what you're supposed to. Students can't survive on that. You're not going to be able to survive. You're not going to be able to have a family, buy a home, travel. You're going to be burdened by this, and it's going to ruin your life.
Did you go to college, and was it hard to manage the payments?
Well, yes, I did go to college. I went to a few colleges for undergrad, graduate school, and then beyond graduate school. So was it hard to manage the payments? I mean, my situation may not be like most. I went to college for baseball, so I had a scholarship for baseball. It was a pretty good amount, so the debt I was in was minimal, but when you think about college, minimal debt is, rather than saying I owed $150,000, it was more like I owed about 40. So at the end, I'm still paying them off right now. Is it hard to manage the payments? I've been building into that for a while now, so it hasn't been hard to manage because it's been part of my budget since I graduated 12 years ago. So as of right now, I mean, I hate paying them, can't wait till they're done, but it hasn't been that difficult for me because it's a minimal amount versus someone who may not have got that scholarship.
What do you think are ways
ways that students can manage their college debt?
I think being smart before they go into it. So there's a lot of people who go into college without an idea of what they want to do, which is okay. But understanding there's this return on investment. How long is it going to take me to pay off my college loans if I go into a certain profession?
How has college debt affected your day-to-day life?
I have to watch what I spend because I pay bills every month, which are my student loans. So I can't spend aimlessly. I have to be really mindful of it.
What are your concerns for the future with rise of college debt now that it's reached $1.7 trillion?
I'm concerned that people will not go to college, I guess, because it's going to be too expensive and the cost of it will deter them, and then we'll have less people in college and less educated people.
What is your vision in the 2020 election in regards to college debt?
I would hope that somebody would come into office that will either get the cost of college down or eliminate some of the debt for people that they already have, because it's deterring our education.
And that is our vision for 2020.